God never wanted his people trapped in man-made systems. He wanted order, not control. He wanted communion, not corporate culture. He wanted spirit-led movement, not mechanical religion. But here's how it got twisted and what God is doing now. See, the scripture says, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. It also says that God is not the author of confusion, but peace and order. A lot of times we forget that part about peace and order. Also, the scripture tells us the Father seeks worshipers who worship him in spirit and in truth. He knows your spirit and he knows if it's true. God created us to love him freely and to experience organic relationship and to assemble because of love, not legalism. The early church was marked by communal living, spirit-led gatherings, prophetic apostolic flow, signs, wonders, healing, bold teaching, no stage, no celebrity, just spirit. But we're human, right? And being that we're human, what we did is brought structure where there should have been rhythm. We've gotten so far off. What happened is systems took over the spirit. Over time, the church institutionalized intimacy. We began turning worship into routine, turning prophecy into performance, turning pastors into CEOs, turning members into consumers, and the list goes on. I know this must have really hurt the heart of God. We also did more things like trading presents for programs, and we prioritized performance over encounter, and we idolized titles over truth. The system came in to manage the move, but what it ended up doing is muzzling the spirit. You see, the difference between God's order and man's system is several things. God's order was supposed to be ordained assembly, but man's systems created religious culture. We were supposed to be flowing from the Spirit. Instead, we got controlled by schedules, agendas, and optics. We were supposed to have apostolic and prophetic alignment. Instead, we had political hierarchies and branding wars, prophets against prophets, pastors against pastors. We're supposed to have rooms for the gift of the Spirit, but we got strict programming and the whole sit down and shout mentality, and led by humility we were supposed to be and obedient to him, but now we're driven by performance and competition or tradition. We were supposed to equip the saints. Now, we're supposed to be presence-driven. Instead, we're personality-driven. God never meant for the church to become an event factory. He meant for it to become an equipping center. He never wanted leaders who owned the mic. He wanted his people to be the mic. And some of you may feel a disconnect to the church as we know it today, and you're not alone. I'm going to tell you why you're feeling that. It's because you are a part of the remnant, the ones God is calling out of a systemized religion.